In a tiny farming village, there lived an old man who everyone knew was lazy. He did not like to work. Instead, he spent his entire day sitting in an old chair under the shade of a giant tree. He stared at the horizon and bragged about plans he never started. "One day I will own a big shop," he claimed. "One day I will buy land and cattle. I will be rich without sweating." But that day never arrived. The villagers stopped laughing at his jokes. Instead, they looked at him with pity. His wife would sigh deeply. She said, "You cannot eat dreams. Life requires action." He would just shrug his shoulders. "I will find a way soon." Years went by and life got much harder. One cold night, his grandson, looking thin and weak, asked quietly, "Grandpa, do we have any bread?" The grandmother opened the kitchen cupboard. It was completely bare. The old man stared at his feet. His throat felt tight with guilt. Dreams could not fill a hungry stomach. Ideas could not be served on a plate. That night, he stayed awake, staring at the ceiling. The next morning, swallowing his pride, he went to the fields to work as a day laborer. The work was brutal. The hot sun burned his neck. His back ached more every hour. His hands became raw and sore. Sweat dripped into his eyes. Standing in the dirt, he whispered, "This feels like a prison." At sunset, he returned home, exhausted and quiet. The grandmother served a small bowl of beans and 2 flatbreads, nothing more. The boy hugged him and asked, "What did you earn today, Grandpa?" The old man looked at his hand. "It is very little," he said, "but it is real." However, the money did not stay. Sickness took some, food took the rest. Only a few copper coins remained on the table. Week after week, the wages came and went. The roof still leaked rain. Hunger still lived in their house. One afternoon near the village market, he heard men talking. "The secret is saving," one said. "If you save cash, you are safe." Those words stuck in his mind. That night, he found a large glass jar and hid it beneath his bed. Every week, he bought only the bare minimum. He dropped the leftover coins into the jar. The clinking sound made him smile. It sounded like hope. One day, the grandson saw the jar. "What is that?" "That is our future," the old man said proudly. But saving was painful. He refused to buy new shoes even when his soles fell off. Portions of food got smaller. They ate slowly to make it last. One day, the grandmother snapped, "What is the point of saving if we starve?" He didn't look up. "You will thank me later." Months rolled by. The jar was finally full. It looked like security. One morning, they walked to the market. He slammed the heavy jar on the counter. "I want 3 large sacks of corn." The merchant counted the coins and shook his head. "Prices have gone up, old friend. This buys 1 sack and a half." The old man froze. "But I saved for months." "Money loses value over time," the merchant said simply. On the walk home, the jar felt lighter, but his heart felt heavy. That night, he poured the coins on the table. He counted them 3 times. The amount never grew. The boy asked softly, "So why did we suffer to save, Grandpa?" The old man had no answer. Dark days followed. He felt weak. There was never enough food. He felt like giving up. One morning, sitting on his porch, he watched neighbors walking by. One carried a basket of eggs, another carried milk. They looked calm. They were not afraid of prices going up. Suddenly, he remembered something the boy had said long ago. "What if we buy chickens?" This time, he didn't ignore it. He took the very last of his money. He bought a few skinny chickens. When he set them down in the yard, the boy laughed and chased them. "Now we have an egg factory." At first, they only got 1 or 2 eggs a day. They ate 2, sold 2. With the profit, they bought feed and another chicken. The old man wrote every detail in a small notebook. Every egg was a victory. Soon, the yard was full of noise and life. Neighbors came to their house to buy fresh eggs. For the first time, the hard work felt rewarding. One sunny afternoon, the old man held up a brown egg. He told the boy, "This is worth more than a jar of coins. This feeds us. This multiplies. It does not lose value." The boy hugged him tightly. "You aren't the lazy man anymore." The old man smiled, his eyes wet with tears. "No, my son, I finally understand." The glass jar remained dusty and forgotten under the bed. Whenever anyone spoke to the old man about saving cash, he would point to his busy yard of chickens. He would say, "Saving money is like trying to hold water in your fist. It eventually leaks away. You must make it work, even if you start small." And that is how the man who was once called lazy learned the greatest truth of his life. Never just save money, make it grow. Thanks for watching.